former coal lobbyist Andrew Wheeler is set to become the next leader of the EPA, completing the industry capture of yet another government agencies. Now, we know a lot about this guy, right?
Yeah.
This is the guy, this is the coal industry guy who lobbied all over the country. West Virginia, he was the guy who said, mountaintop mining is a great idea. Let's blow off the tops of mountains, destroy entire ecosystems. He was the go-to guy for the lobbying industry where it comes to all fossil fuels. So they love this guy. Fossil fuel industry is in love with this guy. Here's what he's done already. This Wheeler. Now he's supposed to replace Pruitt. Now, I don't know how you get any worse than Pruitt. The stories are still emerging about what a thug Pruitt was. Right. But so this guy then takes over, and we start seeing rollbacks of methane pollution. We're regulating methane pollution. We'll roll back on that. Regulating mercury, roll back on that. Roll back on toxic chemical pollution, roll back on that. This is all he's done. Roll back on car standards to solve the crisis of climate change. Roll that back. Gut the tailpipe pollution regulation. Roll that back. This is who Wheeler is.
It is. And here's the interesting thing, too, about Wheeler to me is the fact that the entire time Scott Pruitt was in office, everybody was saying, Pruitt is awful. He's got to go. All these scandals. This is horrible. And maybe we'll get somebody better. Well, no. I don't think anybody looking at this objectively ever thought we were going to get somebody better. No. And Wheeler has come in and said, wow, Pruitt was so bad on the environment, I bet you I could do worse. But here's the part. Pruitt was not, and a lot of people blame Trump for this. I do not blame Trump for Pruitt or Wheeler. These are two guys who, regardless of who the Republican was in that office, it could have been Cruz, it could have been Rand Paul, they would have done the same thing. This is typical. And it honestly, if a Democrat had done this, probably wouldn't have been that surprising either.
No, it wouldn't surprise me at all,
because that's what happens in D.C. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily specific to a political party. It's certainly not just this one politician up there. These are the guys that they go to when they need somebody to head an agency and destroy it. You mentioned all these things Wheeler rolled back in his first 100 days alone. Sierra Club says he was pulling back one regulation every 3 days.
Right, every 3 days. Now,
days.
let me ask you something. Here, this is every time I look at a story like this and I say, what does the responsible media do? How about they did nothing here? Right. How about they did nothing? Every 3 days, this cat was rolling back, and those are the numbers. Every 3 days, he's rolling back a regulation that supports the environment, that by the rollback destroys the environment. Farron, thanks for joining me. We'll pick up with some of these stories next week.
Thank you.